What's up, guys? This is Kyle from Wax Museum, and I'm excited to tell you about a promotion today that I'm going to be participating in, and something that I think you should participate in as well. It deals with COMC and sending cards in. And look, I love COMC, but I'll be honest, I don't send cards in all that often, maybe just a couple times a year. I usually wait for these promotions to come up. So when I do see these promotions, obviously, I have to take full advantage of them. So this one here is called their Summer Seller Elite and Select Submission Promotion. And basically, they are giving you 25% off of your submission fees for the Elite and Select levels up until July 22nd. And basically, the difference between those is if you've got a card that sells for over $50, you're probably going to want to send it Elite. Also, if it's something that's slab that's valuable, definitely send it Elite. Even anything that's raw, if it's over $100, they're going to bump it up to Elite. So you might as well send it that way. But your submission fees then, and keep in mind, this is not final value fees, but your submission fees for Elite will go from $2 a card to $1.50 a card. For Select will go from $1 a card to 75 cents a card. So, I'll be sending most of my stuff Select, but I'm still saving 25 cents a card, which is huge, especially when you're sending in a big batch. On top of that, something I'm really excited about is they're taking submissions at the Dallas Card Show, which I will just so happen to be there. So I'll be packing up a box and figuring out which cards I want to take there. You'll see that in the next segment of the video. Before I go there, I also want to note, even if you're not going to the Dallas Card Show, you can still send these through the mail. But if you are going to the National, they have an even better promotion for the National. So they are doing 40% off Elite and 30% off Select. So either way, those are two promotions that I would encourage you to take part in. And here now I'm going to show you, I've got this big box of stuff, what stays and what goes. People always ask me how I differentiate between the two. So here you go. Okay, so as you saw from the title, I'd like to call this box, and it was actually a bigger box, but I've downsized it a little bit, my COMC Purgatory box. And the idea behind that is because all of these cards were at some point between my PC and between my COMC account. So I didn't quite know where I wanted to put them. So now I guess you could say Judgment Day is here. It is time to separate the sheep from the goats. And a lot of people ask me, how do I know what to send into COMC? Well, that's really up to you. Because if I'm sending these at the service level with the promo where it's 75 cents, in theory, I could make money off of anything that I send in, that's worth probably $2 or more. But for me, I'm going to make my threshold $5. And even if a card is right at $5, in a lot of cases, I'm not going to send it. So everyone's different. You just have to decide what you're comfortable with. So what I've got here, I've got two different sides. On this side over here, these are the cards that I've determined I'm not sending. Over here, these are the cards that I've determined I am sending. So I'm going to show you real quick the stack that I'm not sending. And remember, most of these, it's just based off of price. So the question now is, where do they go? A lot of them will go in my local card show inventory. And I looked some of these up, and I priced them as I looked them up, just because, it just wasn't worth like $1. Like, there's no way I would send that in. And, maybe I'd make a little money off of it, but it wouldn't be worth it for me. So I just have to determine. These are $5, but they're kind of rough, and I want people to see them in person. And I think Iverson stuff would move in person. So like I said, you just have to use your best judgment and know your audience. Like I said on this card forever, I think I got it in a $1 box, and now I think he might even be in legal trouble now, so it's probably even lower, but I'm not sending that in. I thought this was worth more. It's not. It's not going to get, it's not going to go up any. This is scratched pretty bad, and even though COMC will put condition notes on it, some of that stuff I like people to see in person. But everyone has a different approach. So that's just part of it. Actually, the rest of this right here is also stuff I'm not sending in. And I might call a few audibles as I'm going through this. The stuff that's not marked, like this Troy Brown here, that's just going to go in my rookie box. And also, I want to specify that this is not a for sale video, so I'm not trying to sell these on YouTube. I know every time I do this, I get messages. So like these are going in my numbered card box. because maybe I'll find someone, someday that I need to swap with or whatever. Okay, now this I'm calling an audible on. You see me pick a lot of Utah stuff up when I see it. Utah and G, those are my guys here. But so this card only sells for like $250 on COMC. So normally under those circumstances, I would try and move it at a local show. The problem is nobody is going to buy this card at a local show. So this is one that I need to move into my COMC box and make whatever I can off of it. I'm still going to make money off of it. I'd probably pick this out of a $1 box or a quarter box or something. But, it didn't hit that $5 threshold, but I'm going to move it there regardless. And we got some more numbered stuff here. Just real quick, some numbered stuff. Okay, so like this here, I think this is going to move into the PC. This could definitely, this is a Boban rookie numbered to 25. I think that could definitely sell for maybe even like $20, maybe even more than that. But every time I try and move that card into a move box, I end up taking it out. I think I like that card, so that one's probably going in the PC. This one is, I've priced it above the $5 threshold. It's a no-name Prism Gold rookie, but there's actually one on COMC for $5. So if I sent that in right now, which I guess I could send it and not price it, that's one strategy. But if I sent that in right now, that would probably destroy the market for both copies. So you just got to be mindful when you're doing that stuff. This Billups rookie sells for like 60 cents, which is a shame. I think Billups stuff is underpriced, and no, that is not buying advice. That's just my opinion on Billups stuff, though. All right, so that's all the stuff that is not making it to COMC. But I also don't want it to end up back in this Purgatory box. So a lot of it I am going to make a decision on one way or another. A lot of it's going to go into my local show inventory. And it might eventually end up at COMC. All right, so here's the stuff that's going to COMC. And remember, my general threshold is $5 or more. Okay, so like Westbrook Silver, that's definitely a winner. Courtney Lee might not hit that $5 threshold, but there's no other ones listed on COMC, and it's numbered 1 out of 25. So some of this stuff you just take a chance on, and in the grand scheme of things, it's going to work out well for you. This Morris Allman, not an amazing card, but it's numbered to 15. So low numbered stuff, I'm going to take a chance on. Or like this John Wall insert here. These were kind of tough pulls. So there's only a few of them on COMC. I'm going to send it. And I'm not going to name every single card here. Also, I'm going to have to take these out of the top loaders. A lot of people ask, how do you send them in? I'll probably put them in a snap case. A big snap case, and try and send them in that way. It'll free up some top loaders in the process. There's a nice Shaq triple diamond. I've had that for I've had that since pre-pandemic. It's been in my COMC Purgatory box. It is time to act on that. Corey Maggette numbered to 19. Now here's the thing. There is actually one of these on COMC, which I didn't think there would be, but it is what it is. I'm going to send it. Like I said, not going to go through every one of these. This I picked up on eBay for like $10. It's Thad Young's jersey number, and it's got Yee on it. So any low-numbered Yee card I usually pick up. This one's got a little bit of surface damage, so hopefully if they don't pick that up in the notes, I am going to make a note, because I don't want someone to end up getting that in their collection and then being disappointed in the off chance that COMC misses it. So I do try and add those notes when I remember. It gets harder when you have a bunch of cards. This Maravich is pretty cool. I grabbed this in a $1 box pre-pandemic, numbered 49 out of 49. But it's just been sitting here. Like it needs to go. It needs to go, and I've not always been good at this in the past. So this is how I, try to best utilize COMC promos. A couple LeBrons here that are nice. That LeBron stuff's just not moving in person now for me for whatever reason. People are becoming, or they think they're becoming, more sophisticated. Some of those LeBrons are actually kind of tough. Here's a nice Lance Berkman patch. To the right buyer, that's a pretty nice card. I think I got that for $5. These aren't even Popovich rookies, but there are no copies of this card on COMC at the current moment. So When I send those in, I probably won't put all 3 up at once, even though I've sent all 3 in. I'll put one up, sell it, put another one up, sell it, and so on. And everyone's strategies are a little different. Here's a Boban rookie, numbered 99 out of 99. I had 2 numbered Boban rookies where I liked the numbering. I decided, all right, one stays, one goes. I like this Fleer checklist. I bought it to send to David Stern. So I've had this a while because David Stern has passed away in 2020. And then I held it thinking I might do the set. That's like a $30 or $40 card. It is time to move on. And that might be the theme for today's episode. It is time to move on. This Chris Paul rookie is worth more than I thought it was. Another Yee card, another Yuta card. Larry Johnson. Now, here's an interesting case. I'll have to read. In some cases, when you're sending stuff in uncirculated cases, it costs you more. So I might actually just take that out of the Topps case if it saves me a little bit of money. And I know there are some people that might want it in the case, but that's probably going to be my strategy on that one. I still have to decide. Here's a nice Kawhi, numbered to 199 Raptors. Not a lot of Raptor stuff out there. Not worth a ton. I think it's like I think there's one on COMC right now for $10. All right, we've got more here. Some of this you've seen recently in a value box video, like this Vin Baker. It's numbered to 263. You've seen that card before. Probably a lot of this you've seen before. Some nice stuff, though. This, I don't know if they'll take this. So this LeBron is a ripped card. So they have ripped cards on there. But they have the piece still, at least attached a little bit at the bottom. This one doesn't have that piece at all. I don't know if they're going to take that or not, but I'm definitely going to send it. And, we'll find out. I'll have to do a follow-up video and show you, if stuff gets rejected and why. This Wade is a redback, which I don't think is worth $5, but there's none on COMC, so it might just... From supply and demand, it might become a $5 card. This is a Hank Parker Jr. card. Like, I don't think Hank Parker Jr. is worth anything, but it's a NASCAR card numbered 1 out of 5. So I grabbed it, and I just take a chance. And if I'm probably going to at least make more than what I have into it. If I don't, I don't. And I think I paid $5 for that, or maybe $3. But, it is what it is. All right, this is a Silver Knight. You can see that. I actually found this in my collection. This wasn't one that I bought. I found it in my collection. Found a Garnett Gold Knight. Found a Gervin. I think this Gervin Silver Knight could be like a $40 card, but it's just a guess because there's no comps. This Pavano's numbered to 10. I had this Niang in my Pacers collection, and his stuff sells surprisingly well. There's a lot of Iowa State people out there. So I have multiple Niang autos. I decided, you know what, once again, it's time to let go. Here's my guy again. This is damaged, but still a tough card. So as long as they note the damage, that works. And somehow I amassed, I guess I've been grabbing cheap Prism 2012 silvers whenever I see them. They're not big name players, but they move well for me on COMC. This is T-Mac. I don't think there's a comp on there, that one. This auto will probably pay for 100 cards of my submission. And I bought it for $12. This is some sort of hockey proof that came in like a Panini Father's Day, so hopefully they can identify it. It is a real Panini issue, though, so if they can identify it, I'm going to have to do some digging and identify it myself. This one I'm going to have to send at the higher level, because I think this is actually a $150, $200 card. I think that's the only one I've got in here that's like that, though. This is jersey numbered. So this is kind of like the card I showed earlier where, and this one too, really. These are probably not going to hit that $5 threshold, but they're also not going to move locally. So you got to make a decision. And I didn't buy these for $3 a piece. I'm sure I got these probably for 25 cents or 50 cents or something. Sabonis auto. That might be my only Sabonis auto, but man, that sticker's ugly, and I'll upgrade. I don't need that. Hockey sticker. And then some football stuff. We're reaching the end here. Appreciate those of you that have watched and tuned in for this whole thing. I don't know about this Joe Smith. I might have to pull that. It's kind of, it's got print lines and it's damaged. I'll have to look at that one again. I thought I did a pretty good job of sorting through this stuff, but that one might have slipped through. Otherwise, though, I think everything in there will hit the $5 threshold, and that's what I'm happy sending. And like I said earlier, or hopefully I said earlier, I'm going to be dropping these off in person at the Dallas Card Show. So just even more incentive when you add that and the promo. And then hopefully in a couple of weeks, I'll start moving some of this stuff and it will cycle into PC cards. So remember, there are new episodes of the podcast that come out every Thursday. And as always, and I sincerely mean this, thank you for watching.